Hey everybody, Bridget Lynn Dolgoff, Conscious of Economics and Urban Farm Project. Well, I was going to make a Facebook post, and then I decided to do a video as a public service announcement. We are facing probably the most life-threatening situation that we could ever face. I mean, way beyond chemtrails and all the other stuff, Fukushima. I'm going to put the 5G at the top, and let me tell you about why 5G is now listed at the top. I was down in Sacramento in April, and was driving around with my cousin, and started to notice that they were putting 5G components. So mind you, one 5G is dangerous and deadly. Okay, the amount of radiation that's coming from it is deadly. Will cause you cancer, no problem. The cell phone towers are causing cancer, no problem. So let's elevate that like 150%. But then I was more horrified by all of the water towers that we drove by in Sacramento that had hundreds of 5G strapped around the center of the water towers. So it disturbed me in a way. And then I found out that like May, California was flipping the switch on for 5G. So California was officially radiating 5G, full 5G in May. So after that, I was like, I'm not going to go down there. I'm not going to a place that there's so much radiation everywhere, and including the water. Well, then, I've been having a lot more conversations with a lot of other really awake people, scientists, and other people about why they would be outfitting, 150 to 100 5Gs, strapping them to all the water towers in the United States. And then flipping the switch on because they can kill you. You're drinking water that is so radioactive, microwave radiation, and you don't even know it. Like the most radioactive thing that you can't smell it, you can't feel it, you can't do any of that. So if it's in your water, right, in amounts that are so far off the charts of radiation, you cook with that water, you drink that water, you bathe in that water. God forbid you take a bath in that water. Oh my God. God forbid you cook with that water. God forbid you drink the public water because of the amount of radiation that is now in it. And I've been watching in the Reno area for a while. I'm watching 5G go up. People are putting it on the top of their houses because if they don't put it into the public places, they do not have to warn the public. They do not have to give an explanation to the public. So they get private people. Water towers are usually owned who owns the water, who originally owned the land, who sells the water to the public via a broker like Truckee Meadows. So all public water is held in a water tower before it comes down into your house. So I've been watching all the 5G go up around the Reno area, and I've been watching all the water towers, and they have been putting cell phone towers with a crud load of 5G, building them right next to water towers. I've seen that, but it wasn't until yesterday out here in Lemon Valley. So the one water tower that you come by has a giant cell phone tower with 5G, which is still affecting that water. It's on private land. It's not public. Even though you're paying for that water, does not make that water public for you to ask questions or want to know, because you're brokering water from somebody who owns it privately. So then the next water tower I noticed, and mind you, this has gone up in a couple days. So the next water tower is now fully outfitted with 5G, probably like 50 or 60 5G components on it. One is deadly, radiating the water. Do not drink public water. Do not drink it out of a bottle. You're going to have to go find somebody who has well water. Go down to the, you can't even get the water out of the Truckee River because all the sewage from the toilet flushing that has all the radioactive material is now in the river. So the only safe water, you can't filter radiation out. I know of no filters for microwave radiation. So we're like past the 11th hour. We're like in an emergency situation and no one knows how serious this is. And people have no idea. I'm not going to shower in public water ever again. Ain't going to happen. I ain't going to drink public water ever again. Right? As long as those 5Gs are strapped to the water towers, there's no way you're going to get me to drink a bottle of water. And now I'm not going to be drinking anything that's made in a bottle, right? Nothing that has liquid in it. Ain't going to happen. Ain't going to happen. It's going to be clean well water, shower in it. I won't give my dog public water. That ain't going to happen. We are in like a major state of emergency and people have no idea what has just happened. I mean, zero idea what's going on. The public water now is deadly and it's going to kill you and it's going to kill your children and it's going to kill your animals and it kills all life. Radiation fractures and damages DNA and it does the same thing to RNA and it degenerates all the cells. Right? So radiation is death. We are life. And you put us together and we die because radiation kills everything. It kills everything and it will kill us. So you need to really stop and think about where you're getting water. If you better not be bathing in it or breathing it in a shower. And you know what? The thing is for all you people out there that are going to say that I'm making a huge deal out of this, do your homework. Look up 5G, right? Why in the hell would they put a cell phone tower, 4G, 3G, or whatever else that's radioactive, that's producing, emitting huge amounts of radiation? Why would they even stick that near a water tower? I mean, what the, let's talk about that for a minute. Are you kidding me? And then go ahead and strap a whole water tower with 5G equipment. It's like unfathomable. I mean, whoever's doing this should be thrown in jail right now for murdering a large amount of the population, right? Because they're going to be responsible. Even if it's on private land, you allowed them to outfit so that you could get paid money on your water tower, a whole bunch of 5G, and you didn't look into like how dangerous 5G is to start off with. And now all of the houses that your water services, they're going to get cancer and die. And we're not just talking like little exposure. We're talking massive, massive, massive exposure once they flip the 5G on, which obviously looks like it's coming in days. So you need to get yourself out of the public. You need to find somebody who has well water and at least traffic well water to your house. You need to stop showering in the public water. I mean, we're talking danger, folks. We're talking like danger of epic proportions. I mean, I can't even tell you like how dangerous this is. And it's like, I have been like talking to people about this for a while, but people are just like, they can't even wrap their heads around it. Go and start looking wherever you live. If you're watching this, go look at your water towers, right? Go hike up to them and take a close look at them. Is there a cell phone tower right next to it? What kind of 5G components are hanging off of it? Is it strapped with electricity and electrical square components all the way around? You know, like a gun, but it looks like the bullets on a belt. That's kind of like how it looks strapped around. And do something. And do not drink the public water if you have 5G strapped to it. Do not bathe in the public water if you have 5G strapped to it. And sure as hell, don't cook with that water. Because it's not going to take much. Especially for children, it isn't going to take much, and they're going to have like such an unbelievable, massive amount of cancer. It's going to be so epic that you won't even be able to get your child into a hospital and be looked at, because it's going to be an epidemic that's going to hit rapidly. And you know what? People are going to start having radiation poisoning. You know what? Look at a list and see what kind of things happen when you have radioactive poisoning, radiation poisoning, because it is coming to a town near you. And right here in a small town outside of Reno, boom, both water towers strapped with 5G. So sad. So sad that 99.9% of the population can't even really wrap their heads around this, can't really even understand it. And you've done nothing. And this is why it's happening to you. Because you've done nothing. You haven't educated yourself. You haven't figured out what's going on. You know, it's all about the money and paying your mortgage. Well, guess what? Paying that mortgage, now they're going to kill you where you stand. And you're going to have to access water somewhere. Drinking the water out of a bottle, which comes out of a tap. Drinking, you know, the water out of a sink. I mean, can you even imagine at schools where kids drink the water in fountains? I mean, I'm unbelievably, like, totally horrified. Just can't even, you know. Anyway, below the video, I'm going to put a symptom list for radiation poisoning, and also some stuff about 5G and radiation. Okay, do your homework. Oh, I don't even know. I can't even give people I mean, there's no hope. This is it. I mean, this is a done deal. This is the end. This is the end of the line. And it's going to be a rapid end of the line. Extinction of the highest event by your government, because your government is allowing it. Your states are allowing it. And they don't even feel like they need to tell you about it, right? They're just going to basically execute you. A slow, painful death. Radiation poisoning is a slow, painful death. And the cancer you get from it rapidly is a slow, painful death that is non-curable. So do the math. Move out of the city to the country. Dig a well and only drink that water. Conscious of Economics, Bridget Lynn Dolgoff. Sorry about the bad news, but we're effed big time.